first true bail of trying to do 14ers. I was not supposed to do Grays and Torreys today. I went to do Mount Sherman and the road was closed until the 15th, and I could have done it, but it would have been about a 19-mile day, which I just was not prepared to do. So I quickly pivoted and was like, oh, let me do Grays and Torreys. And the road up here is rough. Like, really, you should be in like a 4x4 with high clearance, but I made it in my car, which was a little sketchy. And now behind me, right there and there, these two peaks over my shoulder, those are Grays and Torreys. And I should have an ice axe for those. I think it's still too early in the season for these peaks. So there's some wind. I am going to bail, and I'm okay with that. I'm checked out from having to pivot anyways. I was just kind of forcing myself to do this, especially once I started up the road. But yeah, I think I'm gonna save these for way later in the season and just deal with the road again, because I got a lot of mountains to hike and a lot of life to live, and I'm not willing to risk it just to get some front range mountains early in the season and beat crowds. That's just how it is. So maybe I'll go find a hike in Boulder that I want to do or something, or maybe just skip hiking altogether this weekend and go back, recoup, figure out game plan for this upcoming weekend. Good afternoon. I am on my 14er redemption hike. Over the weekend, I tried and failed at two separate 14er hikes. So the first was Mount Sherman, and then the second was Grays and Torreys. Mount Sherman, my GPS took me to a gate that said it was going to open until June 15th. It's a really big chipmunk. So I thought that the trailhead was closed. Come to find out it's not. My GPS was just wrong. So that was fun. And then I pivoted and was like, oh, let me send Grays and Torreys. And I got there, made it about 3/4 of a mile into the trail, and just saw like a wall of snow in front of me, and decided, really out of breath, that was not my day, and I packed up and turned around and went back to the car. Hold on, I have to switch arms. So as I was saying, I decided to head back and just cut my losses, and now I'm in Rocky Mountain doing Twin Sisters Trail, and I think it's like 7.5 miles, about 2,500 feet of gain. So kind of an aggressive hike to be doing after work on a Monday. But the good news is it's middle of June, so the days are long, Superfly, and I have plenty of time to get this done. And if I only have to do one of the sisters, then so be it. So I figured, because there's no 14er this week, I will take you along for maybe an equally aggressive hike. All I know is there's no snow and it's gorgeous out, and I always am looking for an excuse to come up to Rocky. So is that the boundary that I'm entering or I'm leaving the park? I feel like it's leaving because parking lot, I need a parking pass. Who knows? First views of Long's Peak on this hike. You can see the keyhole so clearly. It's so wild. Let me see if I can... No, that's the better view, but I think this will be better light. One day? Not this year, most likely, but one day I will get Longs. I mean, I have to. I have to do all 53, 54, 58, however many 14ers there are in this state. Gotta get them. Such a beautiful mountain, wow. Hold on. Hold on. That's fake. That is so unreal. Wow. I'm not gonna lie, this is my third time trying to video this. First time was a fail. Second time, apparently I didn't hit record. So I was heavy breathing because I don't know if this will show, but down there is the trail, and it very quickly turned into New England style hiking where you're just going straight up a staircase and there's like no break. Ooh, gotta start my watch again. Please hold. And there was just like no break in it. On the map, it looks like very tight switchbacks, but they were so frequent and so close together that I wouldn't even call those switchbacks. I would just call it like a winding staircase. Sorry, I'm like hyper aware of noises right now because I have only seen 2 other people out here and they were both going down. So I'm just like, I don't know what these noises are. But anyways, I did 2 miles in an hour, which is slower than my normal pace. But I think that just goes to show how tough this little trail is. So I'm gonna check the map and see how far I am from the first sister, I guess, and then go from there. Nice little lookout. I can hear voices in the distance, so I'm wondering if there's people potentially behind me, which I think would be ideal, because I am almost to my turnaround time, which is 7:30, but I am almost to the top. So I think I'm gonna push past it. I have my headlamp, and I should be able to zip down most of this trail. It's just a matter of getting the climb over. This is a workout, but that view is incredible. Wow. Hey, little guy. I made it to the top of one of those sisters. My poles are right back there. This is as far as I feel safe going. And footing. There's Longs right behind me. If I didn't want to get down so bad, I would stay for sunset, but out of breath. It was spicy at the end. Wow. Take like 30 seconds to rest and recoup. Drink some water. My ear is blocked. And make my way down. That was all scree. That last like 3/4 of a mile. There's an antenna back there. I don't know what that's for, but incredible. Realizing now that I'm down from the top that in my haste to come down, get moving, it's cold and the sun is setting, I didn't get a selfie up there. So that's really sad, but we'll just have to take the video as proof. Now for about 2,500 in descent, which is going to be, I think, pretty gnarly, but I'm hoping to move quickly through this scree because this is going to be the slowest part for me, but it's already moving fairly quick, which is good, but I'm going to put this down because I really need to focus on my footwork because I'm tired, which means more prone to tripping. For reference, this is what I'm working with right now. This is also what I'm working with right now. Quick check-in. I think I've gone about a mile from the like radio tower hut thing. I'm at 4.85 right now, and I think it was 3.85 when I came down from the top. Oh, my hair is a big rat's nest right now. I've been trail running parts if I can, just to get down quicker, because I've got about 2.8 to go, I think, maybe a little less. The sun still hasn't officially set, but it is getting dark quick, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm afraid of what goes bump in the night, so I would rather not trail or be out here. Oh, interesting. Now entering the national park. So I guess that marker on the tree, that boundary line, was actually saying I was entering the park. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, I don't want to be caught out here in the pitch black. I have my headlamp. Thank God I packed that. I think if I had started, if I didn't get stuck in traffic and got here 20 minutes earlier, this wouldn't be an issue. But The climb took a little bit longer. I got started a little bit later than I wanted to. I pushed past my turnaround time by about 20 minutes. Not proud of that, but it is what it is. I never ran into those distant voices I heard, so maybe they were way distant in the valley. Who the heck knows? Anyways, gonna put this down and gonna run some of this out. Another mile down. I don't know what my split was on that, but the sun just dipped below the horizon and I got through this sketchy or really steep, really tight switchback section while I can still see in daylight, which is good. But as I get further down and deeper into the forest, it's obviously going to get darker and the sun's going to continue setting. But I have, I think, 1.8-ish miles left, hopefully a little bit less. So at this current rate, I think I'm doing like 15 to 20 minute miles. So I'm hoping to be back at the car. It's just before, or it's right at 8:30 right now. Hoping to be back at my car around 9. I don't know if that's wishful thinking, but I'm just gonna continue powering through this one, and I'll check in when I'm at mile 3 from the top. Okay, we are just around 3 miles from the top, coming down, which means I have less than a mile to go to the car. I can see the lake again through the trees. It's just a very long traverse section right there, and then some switchbacks here. I think that was about an 17 or 18 minute mile, which is pretty good, seeing there was a little bit of an uphill section that just fried me, and starting to trip more frequently. 1, because I'm tired, 2, because it's darker out, and this is about as fast as I feel safe going right now. So I'm hoping that, based off of AllTrails and my own math, I have about a half mile to the car, which I should be able to get done in about 10 minutes. I don't want to turn my headlamp on just in case I see eyes glowing. Big fear of mine. Hold on while I switch arms. You know, like, better left unknown, out of sight, out of mind kind of deal. Plus, talking out loud in my head scares away whatever might be lurking. Just rolled my ankle a little bit. I've also been clicking my poles together every so often, just in case. So, heck, I might film a whole bunch of me just talking and rambling, or maybe I'll talk to myself and ramble to myself, not on camera, so I don't have to sit and sift through all that footage, just so I can feel better about myself. Anyways, filming slows me down, so I will see everyone back at the car. And just like that, I'm back in my car. I am so sweaty. My legs hurt. I probably should be stretching right now. But it is just past 9 o'clock. Oh, there goes the light. Just past 9 o'clock. The sun has completely set. And I have an hour and a half drive home. I, in fact, sang to myself and talked to myself the entire way down. And then stopped to take some selfies because I'm only but a girl. So it is what it is. I need to eat dinner, but it's really late to eat dinner, and it's a good drive to any type of fast food And I'm not eating McDonald's all year. So really it's like Five Guys. Not Five Guys. In-N-Out. So I'll report back later.